All right. Good morning, everyone. Hello. All right. Good morning and welcome to our very first hybrid workshop for our Code Your Future with StackTrek 40 minutes coding workshop for non-coders in partnership with DICT Region 6, Western Visayas. There. So, kumusta naman kayo dyan in our venues? All right. So I know you are all excited in doing your very first or encoding your very first program, no, in 40 minutes. And with that one, okay, so if you are tuning in our YouTube live, so feel free to comment, no, para naman makita or ma-feel ko kayo. So feel free to comment. And then to help us also promote, so if you'd like to post on your feed, no, on your Instagram or Twitter, um, any photos that relates to our event this morning, don't forget to use the hashtag code your future PH. All right, that's hashtag code your future PH. There. So again, no, I know you are all excited for our workshop this morning, and I would like to remind everyone that after the workshop, we will be having our info session facilitated by our respective moderators for each venue. There. So, to start, I would like to give you a quick overview of what Code Your Future is, okay? Code Your Future is an initiative, of course, in partnership with the ICT and IIDB, an initiative that aims to elevate more Filipinos to become tech professionals through programming education. So from people with zero coding background, as in no experience, no, up until you become a successful tech professional. So in joining the Code Your Future right now, you are one step closer to becoming a successful developer or programmer. There. So once again, and also guys, we have our team um, in on site to assist you during the workshop later. Okay? So if you will be having a hard time, may mga errors sa code ninyo, feel free to ask assistance or help from our team who are with you there. All right. Okay. So, no, so I would like to highlight what are the benefits ba of becoming a tech professional or a successful tech professional. No, I'll give you four. First and foremost is you are the highest salary profession in any industries. Tama? Do you agree? Or how about our mga developers or programmers here who are watching? Do you agree? No? You get to have a very high salary, no, in any industries. Second benefit that you get is that high demand, no? Um, Tech companies or actually even companies who are not in the tech industries no are in need of IT people. So the demand is very high. So you would not be able, it's not very challenging, it's not very difficult to find or to look or land for a job. Okay? Third benefit is work flexibility. No? You can work remotely, you can work anywhere, no? Anytime, anywhere as long as you have your device, as long as you have your internet connection, no? So if you're a traveler, you could work at the airport, you could work at the beach, you could work at the sa mga bundok kung may signal, no? And lastly is no formal education required, okay? So you don't really have to have a degree in IT to be able to become a developer, all right? So with that one, there are a lot of available resources, no, available. You could just check it out, and one of which is what we are doing right now, which is our Code Your Future coding workshop for non-coders. All right. There you have it. And also, I would like to invite you guys to join our Code Your Future FB community. So you can just simply search it. No, it's our Facebook official Facebook group. So you get to connect with fellow Filipinos learning how to code, connect with career shifters, and get the latest news on upcoming workshops and career sessions. So that's Code Your Future, our FB community. All right. So I hope everyone who are with us this morning would join us in our community. There. Okay. So let us go over to the most exciting part. So once again, I would like to remind everyone now we have our team on site to assist and help you. And at the same time, no, if ever don't feel free to ask for assistance and help. And after the workshop, we will be having our StackTrek full stack bootcamp info session. So let us go over to the most exciting part of our program for this morning. For to facilitate our Code Your Future 40 minutes coding workshop, I would like to call in our very own team lead software engineer at StackTrek, Miss Rubeth Joy Padernal. Hi, Joy.
Hello, good morning. And to all our on-site participants and here in the office at the DICT. At the same time, yung mga online viewers natin no, sa YouTube. So, good morning. So, wait, I will be presenting something. Okay, kita ba? Okay. So, I already presented pala. Okay, so as we know, this coding workshop is for our Region 6, no? I hope marunong naman lahat maghiligay nun. Baka mag-shift ako ng language later. So, growing up in Western Visayas, and I'm from, of course, Iloilo City, my hometown. I'm lucky to have all these provinces in Western Visayas. Napuntahan ko na lahat. Or, nakatuan ko na, no? So, thanks to our public transportation, I grow up man ko na, nag-commute. No? So, this coding workshop for today is all about how we commute. Okay? So, sige, aside from this jeep, bus, modern jeep, ano pang inyong ginagamit mag-commute? So, if you're from Bacolod, right? What's the, is it ferry ba? Oh, ferry. How about papunta sa Guimaras? Pump boat. So I don't know the term now. Motorbangka. There's another term, no. So locally or land transportation is jeep, bus, and motor jeep. So for today, we'll focus only on the land transpo. So here is the usual question, no, when we before we want to ride a transportation. So pila ang pamlete. So for today, we will be creating a fare calculator wherein you will select what transportation you want. And ano ganing ginapamangkot ni Manong? Estudyante? Okay? Senior. Or diin manaog? Or senior ba? Or PWD? Okay, so lucky me kanina kagina no ay bayad ko kagina estudyante dyan. So just joking. Okay, so let's go to the facts. So this I get it from a local newspaper here at Panay. Okay, so currently we have a jeep with a base fare of 12 pesos. So when you say base fare, ano yung pinaka plug down kumbaga kung taxi. Okay, and this at least 5 kilometers. So kung maglapaw or if you ever go beyond 5 kilometers, there's an additional 1.80 pesos per kilometer. Okay, so for the modern jeep, we have 14 pesos and that's 220 pesos per additional. Okay, and for the bus, we have 15 pesos and 2.25 pesos additional. So let's check that later. Okay. So if we are going to write a program now, no, let's, saan yung mouse ko? I will, can you open your coding playground? Make sure you already log in to edu.stacktrek.com. Okay, so I give you a few minutes to ready your screen. I also want to share. So I hope you open your coding playground. Ito yung itsura niyan. Okay, so just to give you a few tour, no? So sa taas, we have a language there. So for today, Python yung gagamitin natin because Python is very friendly for beginners, no? Non-coders. Okay, it's because of the syntax. Okay. So let's start. So based on the given input or yung mga constants pala or mga uh, existing facts kanina, ano yung mga yon? Alala? So we have, di ba, base pair. So each type of land transpo. So di ba we have bus? Okay. Bus. Okay. So we need to determine the base pair of each. So as you can see, I caps lock. I use the uppercase for that. So just means that when you we have a constant data in Python, okay, much better to use the capital, okay, para mabalaan, no, na siya, it's a given already. So, and of course, underscore there is, what casing is that? So in, we call it the snake case. So every word, you need to separate it by underscore. So sige. Who can remember what's the base fare of bus? It's 15 pesos. Okay, so we have jeep, base fare. Okay, so 12 pesos, modern jeep. And of course, when you name your variable, sige, balik muna tayo. What's a variable? So variable is like a storage, no? So you store a data in it. So like for example, the 15 here is the base fare, which means yung 15 na yan, nilalagay natin sa bus base fare na variable. Okay? So okay ba mga non-coders? If you have questions, hindi clear, let me know. Okay, so we have IT students here. Okay. And okay, for the modern Jeep, we have 14, right? Okay. Okay. So since this one is 15, 12, and 14, what do you think is this one? What do you think is the type of data? So if you can see, these are numbers, right? So in Python or programming languages, there are data types.
Integer.
Yes, oo. So ano yung data types? It's just a type of data. So it's like in your phone, no? In your phone, you have different types of data also. Like for example, your selfies, which are images, videos, diba? So if your contacts, yun, type naman, yung mga contacts yung messages are just bunch of text. So in programming, it's the same. Okay, so 15 here is a number which may there are multiple types naman. So if you go back to your basic math, okay, integers are whole numbers and negative numbers. So it's the same in programming. So this one, if you want to have a negative number value here, pwede yan. Okay, you just put the minus sign. Okay. And we also have tawag dito, a float, okay, or floating point. So what's a floating point? Floating point are decimal points, yung may decimal. So it may be a currency later. Okay, so ganyan, lagyan nyo lang ng point and dot. Okay, okay, so ano nga yung mga pinag-usapan na natin, data types, integers, and floats. Okay, so there's another one common. It's what we call string. So like for example, name. Okay. Name is Joy. So if you see and compare, no, here walang quotation mark. But when we deal with strings or bunch of text, we put that inside the quotation mark. Okay. So that's a string. So that's another one. So let's remove that. We don't need. Sige, let's continue. So ano yung mga, if we go back before, no, ano pa yung mga kailangan natin? So we have additional additional fare per kilometers, right? So we need to put that one also in constants. Sige, tapos na ba yung iba? So let's say additional, okay, for jeep, so for bus, we have additional na 2 pesos per 1.25, tama ba? Okay, let's double check my oops. Okay. Let's check my slide. Okay. Ito. So we have 225, 220, and 180. Okay. Memorize na ba? Okay. So let's go back here. 225, 220, and 180. So let's just put that one. 225 for the modern. Parang wrong spelling. 220 additional. So regardless of your spelling, no, okay naman. Hindi naman spell checker yung program natin, no. So make sure if you have wrong spelling and you use that one later on correctly, so the program will still work. Okay, so jeep additional equals to 180. Okay. So here are our constants. Okay, ano pa? What's the data na missing? So I think we have some more. So, di ba, if we have a discount rate, right, for students, PWDs, and seniors, so that's 20% discount. So much better if you already put that one here as a constant. So we have a discount rate of 20. Okay. And we, since the base kilometers is in 5, so ano uli yung base in kilometers? So meaning this is the basis, no, na if lalagpas sa 5 kilometers, it just means that you will have an additional. So lagay ko na din 5. So succeeding 5 kilometers, magbabayad na. Okay. Okay, sige. Please type constants if you're on YouTube, if you're done, so that I can move forward. If not, okay, sige, antayin ko. Let's have the majority to reply. Okay, we'll check the YouTube. Sige. Okay. So, say constant pag okay. Sige, okay ba? Nakakahabol ba? Yung mga nasa DICT, online, and sige, sa on-site dito, raise your hand if tapos na. Kasi baka hindi kayo, okay. Okay, good. Sige. So I don't know with the ACT. Sige, let's move forward next. So after we define all the concept based on the data given, no, we find out ano yung gagawin ng program natin. So our program is basically will ask the user for something, right? So ano yung mga doon kanina? So we calculate fare. Tama. So we calculate fare based on what type of vehicle na sasakyan natin. Okay, ano pa?
Student.
Ano usually yung tinatanong ng driver?
Passenger.
What type of passenger? Estudyante ba? Senior? PWD?
Or regular.
Okay. And the last thing, saan ka bababa, no? Di ka manaog. So, in this case, ano lang natin, no? Instead na the location, okay, let's put the distance na lang muna. Okay? So, sige. Let's, since that's an input from the user, okay, we need the built-in input. We need a built-in function of Python, which is input, which simply gets you the input from the user. So, ano yan? Okay, let's type. So, di ba, we need a vehicle types. Vehicle type. Okay. You can name your variable anything you want. Pwede natin yan, So, since this is an input from user, we put input. And next, passenger. What type of passenger? And next is distance. Okay, so assume na lang natin muna na automated na yung calculation. So let's get the how much is the distance, or alam ng user kung gaano ka
Layo.
kalayo, no, in kilometers. So since distance is a number, tama? So we need to convert it. Because in Python, input is always a string. So when you know that or you expect na yung user is yung tatanggapin ng program is a number, no, or a integer, or whether a float, you need to convert it. So in Python, we have a function, new function. We have the float, okay, and then we put an opening and closing there. So make sure the input is inside. Okay? So double check your your opening closing parenthesis. Okay. So input have actually parameters. So pwedeng may sa loob. Okay, so let's skip that. So these are the I will just put a comment. So what's a comment? Comment are just for developers to know that this line of code is kung para saan yung line of code na yan. So let's say get input from user. So, and the good habit is you run your code from time to time. Okay. So, okay, let's test our program. Okay. So, before executing the code, if you are using our live playground, okay, meron dito sa baba custom input and output. So, in custom input, you put there the inputs. Okay, so since we have 1, 2, 3 inputs, so dapat tatlo din yung input niya sa baba. So the first input will be vehicle type. So let's say bus. Passenger type is a student. Distance maybe 8 kilometers. So when we execute the code, no output lang. Okay, so maybe you ask what's wrong with the code. There's nothing wrong actually. So there's another function that we will use here is the print, and I think this one is pinaka-basic sa lahat, no? Okay. So printing are just for displaying in the screen. So let's try to print something in the screen. So maybe hello. So if I execute the code, maglalabas na yung print sa baba. So anyways, let's go back. Okay. let's try to print the vehicle type muna. So how do you do that? You just put a vehicle type there instead of a um, string na hello. So if you execute the code, so whatever the user input, no, if it is a bus din yung lalabas. So if I change this to bus 2 and I execute the code, bus 2 din dapat yung lalabas. So it means that your code is perfectly working fine. Okay? So sige, if you're on online YouTube, please type input if okay na, tapos na kayo sa input, no? So that we can move to our calculation next. Sige. Okay, so I think yun naman. Sige. So, sige lang. For the on-site, you can ask your manongs and manongs there. Okay, or yung mga mentors namin for short. Okay. So next, this is the time now that we determine what is the type of vehicle, and the program will check, no, what to calculate. What's the calculation for the fare? Okay. So sige, let's go to the basic calculation. So what are the needed? What are needed para mag-calculate ang fare? Sige nga, based of the data na nandyan na. Okay, so we need the what type of vehicle, right? And then ano yung passenger type, and simply the distance. And we multiply it to the base. Hindi. Okay, so if the vehicle type is bus, no, 15 dapat yung base fare, and based on the distance, okay, doon natin kina-calculate if kailangan ba mag-additional. So tama. So sige, doon muna tayo sa determining if what type of vehicle yung gagamitin. So we have conditionals in Python. What do you say conditionals? Condition. So the keyword there, condition. So we're dealing with condition. So for example, if if umuulan, hindi ako lalabas ng bahay. But if ayun, umulan, magsistay na lang ako. Okay? So here in Python, how do you convert that one into code? So since we're dealing with i-determine natin, no, kung ano ang vehicle. Okay? So let's put or type if, okay? And whatever the variable name here na we use. So since vehicle underscore type, I will put that one. Vehicle underscore type, okay, is equal to bus. Okay? And we end it with colon. Okay. So once we enter, it automatically nag-end na siya. So please take note, no? In Python, it is very important yung indentation. Pag mali yung indentation mo, error na yan, syntax error. Okay? So ayun, careful with the indentation, no? So let's try to state if the vehicle type is equal to bus. Okay, let's determine what's the base fare of it. So I want to create a variable for that. Okay, say base fare. Jeep, bus. Ano yung sa taas? Bus base fare yung nilagay ko. So I just copy it. Bus base fare. Okay. And ano pa nga yung mga kailangan natin? So we have the per kilometer charge if ever may additional. So I want to put here also per km charge. So what's the per km charge? Saan ko kukunin to? Of course, dito sa taas, saan yung data niya? So that's the bus additional. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, sige, before we, okay, so baka magtaka kayo bakit may ganyan, no? So it simply puts the existing so that we can reuse actually the variable later. Okay, so later on you appreciate that. Okay, but since this one is a new variable, no? Okay, may nakalimutan tayo. So always the rule is we initialize something. So it's different from constant. Constants have may given na siya, may data na siya before. So for initialization, if you are calculating something or you're putting something inside, you need to initialize it. So for base fare here and per kilometer charge, much better if we do the initialization. So ano yung initialization? You just give an initial value to it. Okay. So for base fare, we put initial value usually since this is a number, it is 0. And per km charge equals to 0. Okay. Let's put a comment here initially. Balik tayo sa baba. So sige, naka-follow na ba yung iba? Sige, mag-pause tayo ng konti. Let's check. If not, I think okay naman. Sige. So let's continue. We have only one condition here because how about our other condition like yung modern jeep natin or jeep, right? So kulang pa. So we have since this is a multiple, no? So we have this term LF. So if hindi siya bus, pupunta siya sa next condition, which is this one is the LF. Vehicle type is equal to jeep. Okay. And we end that, of course, with colon and then Sean again. Okay. So let's put a base fare for is equals to jeep base fare. Parang pangit ng mag-spelling kanina. Okay. Sige. And we need to put, of course, the per kilometer charge. So, this one is jeep additional yung nilagay ko. So, at this time point, I hope you double check your spelling. Okay. Double check. Okay. Okay. And the last condition, LF, vehicle type is equal to modern jeep. And we end again with colon. Modern additional okay. So, okay, please take note of the equal sign. Okay. So if you compare the yung mga conditions natin, no, there's two equal sign, and when you're using or assigning something, so the one equal sign is called the assignment operator. What's assignment operator? It means that you are assigning something to it. So it's only one equal sign, okay? But when you're deal with condition, two equal sign. So double check your equal sign. Possible dyan din kayo magkaka-error. Okay. So per km charge is sorry, akong mali. Okay, so this one is modern base fare. And this one is modern additional. So, double check. Tama. Okay. Modern Jeep base fare yung sa akin. So, double check your yung spelling. Okay. So, that's it. That's our we already determined the base fare and the per kilometer based on vehicle type. No? So, the next thing is we can now calculate something. Okay. So, let's put some calculation. So, sige. So, merong another calculation tayo before tayo makakalculate ng fare. So, that's, we need to determine first the distance, right? Okay. So, if the distance is greater than the base kilometer, which is 5 kilometers, mag-additional tayo. Okay. Or we can now calculate the exceeded kilometers. So, how do we do that? Of course, we need to have another additional. So notice that there's two separate ifs there. Okay, so it just means that it's different na condition. No? Okay, so if distance, okay, and since distance is a new variable, okay, hindi pa natin na-initialize. No? So let's go back here, taas ng konti. Okay, let's put the distance here because we need that. Distance is a new variable, no? So you can, okay, let's initialize that. And by the way, baka magtaka kayo, saan kayo kukuha ng distance? Okay. Okay, here pala, sorry. So distance is an input from the user. So it just means na wala nang initialization. Okay. If distance is greater than 2 or base kilometer, which is nagay is 5. So let's use base. Okay. So what we'll do is we can now know what's the exceeded the kilometers. Tama ba yung spelling? Okay, so let's this exceeded km is a new, no? So you need to go back at the top. Okay, so maybe you're wondering why doon ka talaga nilalagay sa taas. Actually, it could be dito din sa baba. Just make sure that it's before, no? Okay, but good proper coding or no, dapat lahat ng initializations nyo, okay, naka-group. Okay, so let's put that at the top. So exceeded kms is equals to, okay, what's the formula? So it's just current distance minus base base kilometer. So kung 10 yung distance and 5 lang yung so meaning you have exceeded kilometers and 5. So meaning per kilometer mamaya babayaran nyo based on the additional fare. So that's the Okay, so we can actually calculate na the next. Okay. Okay, so meaning here makakalculate na tayo ng total. So let's say still I will put this one as subtotal. Because why? You remember that we have a discount later on. So yung subtotal natin, wala pa yung discount. So much better siguro muna we break down the calculation. So let's calculate first the subtotal before we calculate the total na fare na talagang babayaran na, no? So since subtotal is new, okay, again, we need to initialize at the top. Subtotal is equals to 0. of course. Okay, what's the formula? Is base pair, right? And we add the additional, which saan tayo kumukuha? Exceeded kilometers. Okay. Tama ba yung spelling ko ng exceeded? Double E times what? Times the per kilometer charge, right? So per km charge. So if we try to print this one out, okay, much better from time to time we check, no? It's a very good habit. So if we have this kind of data, bus student 8, and we execute the code, okay, ayun, meaning, okay, so we have an error. Usually in Python, this is very common, so no worries. If magkaka-error kayo ng inconsistent use of tabs, spaces, and indentation is common. So what you will do is double check, okay, double check. You must maybe delete, okay, again, delete and put a indentation again. Okay, at this point, yun na. Hopefully, may... Okay. Try executing the code. Ayun. Okay. I have another error. So, yes, I said before, no? Please check your spelling. So, if you have a name error, exceeded is notify, meaning may mali yung spelling. Okay? So, make sure you use the correct. So, exceeded underscore kms yung ginamit ko. So, I must be consistent. Okay. So, make sure you do that. Okay. So, now, errors cleared. Wala nang error, so it must calculate. So, if I am riding a bus in 8 kilometers, so that's 21. So, for example, tamang-tama lang yung kilometers and I use the jeep, no? Okay. If I execute the code, it's 12 pesos, which mali. So, yung kanina, yung binayaran ko lang 10 pesos lang. so, meaning, sobra, no? 12 pesos. Oy, student lang ako. So, in this case, may kulang tayo, which, ito yung sinabi ko kanina. We have a discount, right, for student, PWD, and senior. So, we need a conditional again for that. So, if the passenger is a student, so in this case, saan manggagaling yung passenger? So, this is from the input. So, you go back to your code at the top, no? What variable did you use? I use passenger underscore type. We use that one also. Is equals to student or okay. So in programming, we have of course logical. Sorry naman, hindi maiwasan yung logics natin in programming. So we have or and if you go back to your logic basic, no? Or simply if may isang nag-correct or nag-true, okay? I-perform niya yung statement. Pag and naman yung ginamit mo, pag may isa lang na mali, so hindi na siya tutuloy. So make sure you use the correct logical. So in this case, it's either student or senior or PWD. Okay, so PWD or passenger type is equal to senior. Huwag natin kalimutan yung senior. And of course, wag niyong kalimutan, we end that in colon. So, hindi I hope makikita nyo. And if we enter that, new tab again. Okay. So let's put a discount for that. So how we do that? Okay. So we have a discount to make. So let's say discount. So discount is, we're getting that one is from, of course, from the subtotal. So since again, discount is a new variable that I made, no? Na lalagyan, okay, I must declare that one. Here, the initial discount is 0. Okay, initial ha, initialization sa taas. Okay. Subtotal, we need to just times it to the, of course, discount rate, which is given at the top. Okay. 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 Here. So discount rate is 20 as you notice. So this is just a 20, right? So if magka-calculate kayo sa calculator nyo, you can open. So 20 must be a percentage, but 20 here is not. Okay. So see the difference. This one is integer. So meaning you must convert it into percentage. So here in programming, wala tayong percentage dito. So it's like a calculator that it cannot simply have a percentage there. Na malalaman niya na kagad na it's a percentage. So what we will do, just like in your calculator, what you're doing, i-convert nyo yun to decimal value. So 20, okay, how do we do that in ano yung conversion niya into decimal? That's 0.2, right? Okay. So paano kayo nakakome up ng 0.2? Okay. So you simply move, okay? But si programming hindi niya nalaman kung paano niya move. So you use, of course, the arithmetic operation. So whether you times it, okay, to something para mag 0.2, or you divide it. So usually what we will use is just divide it to 100. Correct? Tama? So 20 divided by 100 is 0.2, which is now converted into percentage. Okay. Okay na. So yung mga business peeps natin dito, nakarelate ba? So yon, we have still math here. Okay. So yun. And the next, this is now okay na. So in this time or in this part, okay, you can actually check, no? This one, if tama yung pag-calculate ng discount, it's very okay. So if you want to execute the previous code, okay, oops, may invalid syntax tayo. Okay, discount, subtotal. Okay. Or passenger type. Okay. So yun, mali ako. Again, in the conditional, we have a double equal, ha? Okay, invalid syntax. Okay, execute the code. Okay, so meaning the discount for student, no? And nagra-ride ng jeep is 2.4. So this is not actually the fare that we want. Okay, we want only the fare, not the discount, no? So in that case, we need to have another formula for that. So what's the final formula? The total is equal to the subtotal minus the discount. Okay. And since this is a new variable that I made, again, need to initialize the top. Okay. So, okay. So if I execute the code, okay. Sorry. Okay, so at 9.6. 9.6. Tama ba? So, you can double check in your calculators. Dapat tama yan. So, pag jeep, since base fare is 12, and wala namang additional, no? So that's 9.6. So if lumagpas lang ng konti, no, let's say 8 kilometers, so if you check that one, dapat 13.9 na yung pamasahe. So notice is medyo pangit tignan, no? Yung mahabang decimal. Okay. So in printing, we have a what we call formatting, no? So we can actually format whatever we display. So to make it more friendly user, kasi ito yung nakikita ng user is the output below. So imagine 13, para saan yan? So you can add additional there. Okay. Okay. Maybe we say the total fare is ganyan. Okay. So since we are using Python 3, okay, we use the ginagamit yung alam nyo, the F strings. Okay. So in Python, you can actually concatenate, no? What's a concatenator? Basically marrying two, it may be a string and a variable. So meron tayong plus sign, execute natin. Okay. Okay. So plus sign is actually strict, no? It's a concatenator. So sabi niya, you can only concatenate string to string. Since the total is not a string, nag-error. And we have a concatenator na comma. Okay. I want just to show you. Okay. So comma is okay. Okay. And display now the total fare. Okay. But here, I want you guys to use the F strings. Okay. So this is already in Python 3. And much better to use the latest version of course, no? So what's the F string? Nilalagyan lang natin ng F dyan. Okay, just before the quotation mark. Okay. And how to call a variable, no? So whatever inside actually your string is just a bunch of text. So in order for the program to know that that thing is a variable or this one in this case is total, ilalagyan natin ng curly brace. So lagay lang natin siya sa loob. Okay, so when we execute the code, it will basically the same, no? So I will try to put a total here. Just for guys to know na what's the difference between yung nasa labas ng curly brackets versus nasa loob. So may total dito, right? So meaning whatever outside the curly braces is a bunch of text. Okay? So we don't need that. Sample lang yan. And we have proper formatting also with numbers. So since we're using F strings, meron tayong you can format this one into maybe 2 decimals. Let's format it. Okay. Pangit naman kasi pag sobrang haba, no? So I put a colon after the total, and we put a 0.2. 0.2 simply stands for 2 decimal value, and F to format it. So once we execute the code, see it's already formatted na 13.92. So sige. Okay. If you're done with the calculation and the printing, you could say done. Okay. How about in the let me know if okay. So if done, if you have concerns, question, you can ask your mentor there. And I think we can now end this workshop and proceed to the next juncture of our program. Sige. Okay. Sige, let's pause for a bit, no? Sige, pag may mga questions kayo, pwede kayong mag-type sa Facebook. I will check now. Okay. Kamusta yung mga taga-DICT natin dyan?
Pero nga ng version.
Sige. Okay, good. So, online viewers, meron ba? Done if done. No? So, you could actually ask for a copy of code. Marketing, do we have? Sige. If you have questions, you can post on the Facebook if you have. No, if not, and you're on site, ask your mentors.
Distance.
Tulungan nila kayo. So, I think okay na. Yeah. So, I will share another deck. Oops. Okay. So, maybe while you're coding, okay na ba? So, that's end our workshop for today. You can have, or you can update your code, no? Maybe you want to check the what's the discount, subtotal, pwede nyo i-display. Or maybe you can have additional na ilan yung bayad ng passenger and it automatically calculates for yung sensilyo nyo, or, no? So, yun. Yes. So, I will just continue. We have actually an info session. Okay. So, here in StackTrek, we offer full stack bootcamp. It's for usually we have career shifters or maybe mga graduate students. So, kayo mostly hindi pa. Okay, so we have a co-living bootcamp. That's a 4-month long bootcamp. So if you're interested or may mga interest, may kilala kayo na interested mo, or let me know later. So we have digital also. So it just means digital. So it's different from co-living. So wait lang. I'll just off my. Okay. So let's have a virtual tour or on what's the bootcamp all about. Okay. So what's going on with our full stack bootcamp is we have this daily discussions. So we have trainers on standby. So one of it, ako naman, but we have trainers all over the country. So we have in there you build the projects, real applications. We have also hands-on coding, advanced curriculum, project-based structure. Okay. And of course, this one, as I said before, we have trainers online or on the platform. So, pwede kayong mag one-on-one live trainer dyan when you need help. So, let's check out the video. Hope rinig naman. Okay. So, actually, yan. So, here's the Edsel, if you know. Edsel is the trainer here, and we have Lloyd, the student. No? So you can see here the chat sa gilid. You can chat with your trainer at the same time you do coding at the same time in our live playground. Okay, so that's our online platform. Oops. So i-close ko lang and we go back to the presentation. Okay. So, sige. Wait lang. How to close this. Oops, sorry. Ayun. Let's continue here. Okay. So, here a student, parang daily niya na activity. So, we mostly do very short discussion and we're more on the practical coding, no? So, doon naman tayo natututo eh. And we practice, right? So, yan. And, sige. Parang may something wrong sa present. Let's try to Naka full screen. So sige, dito na lang. Okay, let's skip that. Okay. Okay, so here we have 17 more coding hours. So that's why I think bootcamp is short, no, compared to 4 years in college, right? So ayun, medyo madami lang yung coding hours because it's fully focused or very intensive siya. Okay, compared to you have poses on and maybe other subjects sa industry sa ano pala sa your current curriculum. So that's a boot camp. Ayun, let's go back again for the co-living. So if ever may kilala kayo, so our co-living now is in the BGC part where we offer a free accommodation na and the food, no? So you can join there. Ayun. So, what's good also with our StackTrek bootcamp is before you actually graduate, may mga companies na we partnered, no? That after you graduate, those partners are already lined up, okay? Na you can start or have a job after that. So we have, ayun, may mga partners din sa baba. So those are our partners. We also, ano pa, okay. So, and yes, this industry is the top 10 highest paying job naman. As you know, okay, if you have 4 years experience, 1 to 4, okay, 45K, least, no, average. You have 5 years experience, 80K, and so on, 92K for managerial. Senior manager is above. So, if you are interested or may interested, you can check out our site, StackTrek.com. And for curriculum overview, we have Foundation. Still, this one is Python, web development, JavaScript, Postgre, Node.js, Express, React.js, and a bit of security and web hosting. Okay, so and this is a study now, pay later program. So it means that you enroll first, no, and after you graduate, you that's the time you're gonna pay. Because syempre after you graduate and you land the job already, okay, doon kami nakamukha ng bayad kasi you already earning, right? So yun. So this program is actually a like tawag dito. So once you graduate and you're being successful, whatever we collected, a part of it is actually eto din yung pinapaaral sa next batch. No, so I hope you guys if you're join this boot camp, no, you can produce a parang circle lang and then maybe you can help others also. Okay. So yun. So the new learners will cover the cost for the new learners. Okay. So we have this digital and co-living. For digital, we have 102 upfront payment because this is based on the ano. Okay, and the co-living is medyo malaki lang kasi syempre we have accommodation for that and food. And we have a 17% monthly income share and 25% for study now, pay later na co-living. Sige. We have also digital part-time. Okay, with ayun. So maybe you ask what's the part-time role, no? So part-time is when you have already work and you still want to have to learn or to join the boot camp. So may ano lang, may security deposit lang. Okay. So after you work, that's the time you learn. Okay. So ayun. We have okay. And of course, we offer a full refund if there's no job offers within 2 months after graduation. So, ayun. Other ano. Okay, so this is a sample calculation. Okay, slideshow ko na nga. Okay. So we have digital for 70%. So for example, you will be earning a 25K upon hired. No? And that means that you have a monthly bootcamp payment of 4,250. So yung magiging base salary nyo is 20,750. And if for co-living, if you will be earning 30,000. So that's 75,000 yung monthly bootcamp payment, and you have still take home of 22,500. So what's the admission process? So it's just a 3-stage. So you just take our suitability quiz. So suitability quiz is yung checking lang ng mga basic maths nyo and English reading comprehension, and for accomplishing, and after that you accomplish the interview form, pass the quiz, and yun lang. And merong additional, I think this one is a guarantor. Okay. So, yan. If you're interested or may ano kayo, may kilala, no? So, you can apply on that. Sige, questions. May questions. Okay, sige. Sa live ba meron? Sige, local, wala. I know students pa lang. Or shifters, wala. Okay, I think that's all. We have snacks here. Isa, Casey, we're done. Excited na ata sila sa snacks.
Thank you so much, Joy, for facilitating our coding workshop for this morning, and at the same time facilitating our full stack bootcamp info session at our venue there at StackTrek office. All right. So, kumusta naman yung mga taga DICT or yung mga participants natin who are in DICT? Okay. So, I think they are still ongoing. So for those participants natin right now, so again, if you still were not able to complete your code, no, feel free to reach out to our team there on our venues. Okay? Huwag kayong mahiya. All right? And if you plan to post in your social media platforms, don't forget to use the hashtag code your future PH. All right. So we are still waiting for all right. Okay. So kumusta na? Okay, wala na pala si Joy. Okay, so how are you people? Okay, there. Sige, balik ka muna, Joy.
Yes.
Alright. Kumusta naman yung mga participants natin dyan? Pakitanong nga kung kumusta yung experience
Kamusta?
nila.
Gutom na ata. Ayun, may pa-heart pa. Okay, wait lang. I-ano ko yung camera, no? Sige, wait
There,
lang.
hello!
In the Facebook.
Kumusta? Alright, congratulations. There. Okay, so, and I believe yung sa DICT na venue din natin, no, they are done. So with that one, I would like to congratulate you guys for a job well done for completing your first program in 40 minutes. All right. Okay. Sige, so we are still waiting for the other venue to finish, no? Okay. Parang I can see smiles under those face masks. Parang okay na hindi nahirapan. Sisiw lang ba? Sisiw lang ba? Hello guys.
Sisiyo lang daw.
Oo naman. Okay. Sige. So I think ongoing pa yung info session nila sa kabila since okay. So na-complete ba lahat? Na-complete ba lahat dyan, Joy? Na-complete ba nila? Wala bang mga nag-errors?
Yes, oo. I think this group
Oh.
is expert yung mga to.
Uy, galing.
Galing. Kasi excited na daw sila kumain kaya tinapos na kagad nila yung code.
Ang talented pala ng mga taga Iloilo. Ano ang tawag ng mga people in Iloilo? Ilonggo. Wow naman. Talented and matalino.
Or gutom lang on. Sige, may additional ako sa kanila. Hindi ko alam if tapos na nila. Tapos na? Additional? So, additional ko sa kanila if 100 yung bayad. Magkano yung sukli? Ganyan. Additional. Ayun. Sige, mag-ikot sila
Alright. Okay, so I think all done na, no? So once again, congratulations. And guys, please don't forget to screenshot your completed code. So wag niyo munang i-close yung playground ninyo. So we will be using that one for your certificate of participation. So we will be sending you a link. So here we are flashing it on the screen, and for our moderators on site, paki-facilitate na lang. So for you to be able to get your certificate of participation, make sure to submit your information via the link that we are flashing right now on your screen. So that's bit.ly/CYF-region6-cert. You can also access the link via the comment section on our YouTube live stream. There. Okay, don't forget to screenshot. Okay? So, akala ko kanina yung workshop yung most exciting part. May mas exciting part pa pala, no, after the event, which is our snacks. All right, but before that, I know you are all excited. So, I'd like to once again invite you guys to our StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp, may it be co-living or digital. So, you have already, this is already a one step closer to your tech career dream, no, or your one step of becoming a successful tech professional. So with that one, this might be something for you, our StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp. Also, we are actively looking for Code Your Future volunteers. If you are interested to be part and volunteer for this type of events, you may sign up at bit.ly/codeyourfuture-volunteer. So, we are also looking for volunteers based in Iloilo. So, yung mga participants natin today, baka lang interested kayo to become one of our volunteers and co-organize events like this with us. Sign up at bit.ly/codeyourfuture-volunteer. So if you have more questions about the bootcamp, feel free to message us at fb.com/ StackTrek, or follow us at our official Facebook page. I would like also to invite you guys to join Stack League, the Philippines' largest online programming league. So you may practice your programming skills here. So this is for free and get to win cash prizes, receive thousands of giveaways, and be invited to tech trainings and be open to more tech job opportunities. So that's Stack League, the Philippines' largest online programming league. You may also reach out to us via email. That's info@stacktrek.com. All right. Sige. Okay? This will not be the last event that you will be having. So to get the latest updates, you may visit us at fb.com/stacktrek/events. All right? And also, please join our Code Your Future FB community to get connected with fellow Filipinos, learning how to code, connect with career shifters, and get the latest news on upcoming workshops and career sessions. Okay, so we are waiting for our DICT participants who will be joining with us in our StreamYard live stream. Okay. Sige. So while waiting, there, para makita naman natin. No? So this is how beautiful technology is. No, we get to do this kind of events, no? Gathering kahit na ang layo. So from Iloilo. So by the way, I am in CDO in Mindanao, no? From Visayas to Mindanao. And baka naman may participants din tayo watching from Luzon. Wala ba? If meron, type nyo sa comment section. Okay. Mukhang busy pa yung mga busy pa yung other participants. So, guys, don't forget to screenshot your completed code and submit them via the link that we just shared to you in the comment section, or our moderators on site kindly facilitate. Submit your information at bit.ly/CYF-region6-cert. All right. Okay. There, okay. There, okay. Okay. StackTrek office, meet the DICT office participants. Okay. So, welcome there. Say hi naman mga participants from DICT. Ba yan? Shy type naman. Okay. There, hi! Okay. Ayun. Okay, there. Kumusta ba? Were you able to complete your code? Oh, galing. Okay. They were also able to complete their code. Galing naman. All right. Excited na din ba kayo sa next part? Alam niyo ba kung ano yung pinaka-exciting part of doing in-person events? All right. Sige. So once again, don't forget to submit your information via the link that we've sent for you to be able to receive your certificate of participation. And all right. Okay, so feel free to reach out to your moderators and our product team there on our on-site venues. And with that one, once again, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you who completed their first program in 40 minutes. So in behalf of DICT and StackTrek, Code Your Future, we would like to say thank you so much for joining us in our very first hybrid Code Your Future with StackTrek 40 minutes coding workshop, no, in partnership, of course, with DICT Region 6. Hopefully, we will be seeing you in our next and upcoming events. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been Isa, your host. Enjoy the rest of the day in our satellite venues. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.